Pisces, welcome. Let's go ahead and check the energy for you for the next 7-ish days. We're going to see what is the overall energy for you, what challenges may you face in the next 7 days, what blessings are going to be coming in, what good stuff might happen, what advice or messages can we get from Spirit, and then we'll look at the potential outcome for the week-ish. Let's go ahead and look at the overall energy for Pisces for Queen of Pentacles for the next 7-ish days. You may be in a relationship with an earth sign, and it's good and healthy and solid and abundant. But let's look at overall energy. 2 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, my goodness, Temperance, and 3 of Wands. Overall energy for the next 7 days. You may feel like you're juggling a lot. You may have a lot of irons in the fire, as they say. Nothing bad about that. For the next 7 days, you may just have a lot going on. It may include travel. You may want to travel. You may be required to travel for business. With Pentacles, I always kind of think of money, business, career, stuff like that. So, just got a lot of balls in the air. Boy, I'm one big cliche today. A lot of irons in the fire, balls in the air. Just juggling, very busy. With the 6 of Pentacles, I'm liking this. It's about balance in give and take. But it could also be about you receiving something that you've been waiting for. And of course, Pentacles are tangible, money, work, home, something like that. So we've got the scale, so it's about finding balance between giving and taking. If you're overwhelmed, you may be thinking of, lessening your load, finding balance in your workload, and maybe trying to hire someone to offload some of it or something like that. Could be that. But to me, this is about like receiving a gift. You could be getting like a check in the mail or an offer for a job or a contract, something like that. But to me, it's about growth in finances specifically, opportunities. And then we've got Temperance. Patience, balance, again, 1 foot in the water, 1 foot in the earth, changing lead into gold, changing water into wine. Overall energy, working with stuff, making stuff happen, making things grow. Also, I always, with this card, with the Temperance, it's Sagittarius, so you may have a Sagittarius person that's important to you, or maybe that affects you in this energy. But also, I always feel like it's saying you're protected. You've got your angels watching you, whether it's your angels, your spirit guides, family members who have passed, God, whoever it is that you work with, like you are guided and protected. I also feel like there's going to be some kind of a change. Now, that's deep, but a good change, a big change, because this is major arcana. Some kind of big change is happening, but it's a good thing. It's something that if you've been saying, hey, life is good, life is great, I'm a little overwhelmed, blah, 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 but I wish X would change, I see that thing changing in your favor. Now, we have the 3 of Wands. This is about strategizing, planning, but also taking action. It could be about planning for travel. It could be about planning for business. With the buds on the wands, it's about having fresh ideas, new ideas. It's also about taking action. And we have boats on the ocean. For some reason, the ocean's yellow, which always blows my mind in this deck. But we have boats on the ocean. Does it mean you're sending things out and they're going to be coming back in, or are these your ships coming in already? With the 3 also, I see this could be the result of a partnership, either one that you're currently in or one that is coming soon, because my intention for this reading is 7 days-ish. So that's overall energy. Being busy, receiving some kind of a gift, an offer, giving and receiving balance. Also a change, kind of a big change. Again, if you've been saying, wow, life is great, but if only, this would happen or that would happen. That's the energy that I'm getting. Let's look at challenges. What challenges will we be facing in the next 7-ish days, Pisces? What challenges? What challenges will Pisces be facing in the next 7-ish days? Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, 9 of Wands, oops, the Star. I have to because I saw that. Wow. You know, I did a reading before this for you and it just didn't make any sense. This is blowing me away. And we didn't have the Queen of Pentacles, we had the Queen of Swords, but we had 3 queens. And the reading just kind of fell apart. I was like, I don't know what the hell's going on. So I quit and I started another one. And now we have 3 queens again. Does that mean anything to you? We have three queens. You could be embodying the energy, the Queen of Wands, the entrepreneur, the witch, the intuitive who makes things happen. Oh, shit. Gosh darn it. I am really hosing this beautiful piece of wood with this wax. I got to figure out another solution. Sorry, you guys. Queen of Pentacles, closest to the Empress. Someone, now these are queens, but take them as they resonate. It could be a male, a masculine, but Queen of Pentacles, closest to the Empress, strong, nurturing, got their shizmet together. The Queen of Wands may be more of like a hippie, wild, bohemian kind of thing. The Queen of Pentacles has a really solid home, a bank account, investments, a garden. Okay? Queen of Cups, love. Emotional, balanced love. Very nurturing, these 2. Then we have, I see you walking away from something. Because we have the 9 of Wands. And sometimes, to me, this is should I stay or should I go? And depending on the cards around it, I say, hey, in this instance, it looks like you're going to stay, or maybe you should stay because of, the cards. And sometimes I say, it looks to me like you're going to go. The 9 of Wands is the wounded warrior. It's the point where you've been working on something so long and so hard that you've almost given up yourself in the effort. Like the goal of the thing is more important to you than yourself and your health, your worth. Like the thing is more important to you than yourself, which is never good. You should always make yourself first. And I know that sounds selfish, but it's not. But then we see you leaving something with the 8 of Cups, walking away. And it's not in anger. It's finding something better. Now this could be, it doesn't have to be a relationship, doesn't have to be a job. It could be a way of life. That you're like, you know what? Do you know what I just heard? I heard you're attached to the fact that life has to be a struggle. And you're finding out, no, it doesn't. And you can leave that belief in love and walk away. Life doesn't have to be hard. I feel like you've sabotaged yourself in your former life, making things hard, not on purpose, but because of childhood or situations or relationships or abuse or whatever the thing is. But you're walking away from the fact that you used to believe that life had to be hard and that other people and other things were more important than yourself. You were a chaser, a people pleaser, maybe. And then we have the Star. It's about healing. I see you on a healing path here. And it's been challenging for you. These are your challenges. Caring about yourself more than others, caring about yourself more than how you appear to the world, caring about yourself more than having to be in a relationship to feel fulfilled is what you thought. You know what's interesting? I just felt like these three queens is different aspects of you all coming together. The intuitive, exciting, having fun part of you. You don't want to give that up. Even if you felt like maybe you should have been more solid in your younger life, should have made better decisions. You're doing it now. And with the Queen of Cups, finally learning the lesson of loving yourself more than others, or loving yourself first, however you want to word it. Sometimes we feel like we can love our children more than ourselves, but even then still, if we were to give to them more than we give ourselves, we'd be giving out of an empty cup. That's kind of where I'm coming from. I feel that you're three different people finally merging together, kind of a thing. Like, you're becoming one whole person. The only queen that we're missing is the Queen of Swords. And so the Queen of Swords is, she can be a little biatchy, but swords are about communication. They're about the truth. They're about being logical. That may be one thing that's missing, Pisces. The need to maybe step away from some emotion. And maybe that's what you're doing here. And trying to be more logical and truthful to yourself about things, life, what's important. But I see you gaining emotional maturity. I see comfort and safety and security becoming more important to you, which is fine. In this instance, I don't see it as a crutch. You know, some people, oh my God, they'll stay at a job they hate for 50 years for security and safety. That's not what I'm saying. This is the total opposite. You're finally learning that, hey, it's okay to want to feel that, but I don't have to chase it. And also, where you may have been maybe a tad irresponsible in the past, again, now you're more, I have a savings, maybe I have a house, or I'm getting a house, something like that. But with the Queen of Wands, you're still that wild and crazy gal or guy. I love it. It's the merging together. And then we have the Star. Healing. A wish or a dream come true. So I see this process of merging these different aspects of your personality, your persona, being a challenge. But with the Star card, I see, oh God, I think I just totally ruined my table, but I'll figure it out. I see you coming through. I see you overcoming these challenges. Let's look at the blessings, Pisces. God, that was all kind of nebulous. I hope that kind of made sense. And is all this going to happen in a week? No, not, I mean, it could, but not necessarily. But this is kind of the vibe of a process that you go through, maybe. Maybe it's the beginning of a whole new journey in life. Blessings. What blessings from Spirit, from God? Knight of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, the Tower, the Lovers. Wowsy. Okay. Now, nines are about self. So we see you progressing from the Nine of Wands. Look at the look on this person's face. What the hell am I doing here? Should I still be here? Am I going to win? Am I going to lose? Why have I been working so hard on this thing? Is it worth it? To, wow, I'm so solid. This is you. This is the single card. And what I'm seeing is the blessing is not that you're necessarily single, because you may be or you may not be, but the blessing is the growth from the Nine of Wands to the Nine of Pentacles. And I feel like if you're in a good situation now, it's because of this growth. And if you're not in the best situation yet, it will be because of this growth. To me, this is our self-worth card, self-esteem. The Nine of Cups is self-love. Okay? And I do believe you love yourself because we have the Queen of Cups, you know, these three personalities of you merging. But this is your growth. This is the blessing, the growth from, why am I fighting so hard? Why is this so, you know, why am I hanging in here? Why is this way of life, is this or these things that I'm pursuing, is this the answer? And it was like, no, life does not have to be this hard. You do not have to chase. You can sit back and receive and attract. And that's what you did here. Self-worth. Sitting pretty. Again, like the Queen of Pentacles. Getting your act together. If your credit was funky, you got your credit back together, or you will. You got a savings. You got a decent place to live. You got a good car. And if you don't yet, you will. As long as you face this challenge, it doesn't have to be hard. We've got the Knight of Cups, a gift of love. And with the Lovers, I really do feel like a blessing is, this can be a gift of love to yourself, or this could be your Knight of Cups, Knight in shining armor. Either you have found love because you've already started this process, or you will. If you're not interested in a relationship, this is you loving yourself. If you are interested in a relationship, Spirit, the universe, God is going to bless you with one. Okay? Now, what's interesting here, we have the Tower, and this is in the blessings. So what I'm hearing is the breaking down of this old way of being, fighting, struggling. I mean, I know people like this, and they're like, they think everything has to be hard with the Nine of Wands. It doesn't. You shouldn't have to fight for stuff. You shouldn't have to beg for stuff. You shouldn't. It doesn't have to be that hard. It's not that hard. You're making it that hard. But I see you walking away. And with the Tower showing up in blessings, this breaking down of this old belief system is the Tower. It's breaking down. The Tower is a situation, a relationship, a job, a way of living, a way of thinking, that was built on a false foundation. This is the false foundation. Man, it's hard. And you know what? They say, oh, the tower happens from the universe. You can't control a tower. True. Like, you couldn't stop it if it shows up. But you can make it happen yourself. Because the universe will make it happen if you don't. Like, this thing needs to be torn down. This thing needs to be broken down. But when you walked away with the Eight of Cups, you tore it down. You caused this tower. And that's why this tower, this breaking down of this situation, is your blessing. Let's look at advice from Spirit. Advice or messages from Spirit, Pisces. What advice or messages can we get from Spirit? And I never know where you guys are, where we are in this journey. Are you still in the Nine of Wands energy? Or have you already seen the futility? And are you on your Nine of Pentacles journey? Or are you finally able, in merging these versions of yourself together, be healed and ready for love? I don't know. Tell me in the comments. Because if it hasn't happened, I can't remember if I cut, so I'm going to do it again. If it hasn't happened, it will. Whatever kind of love you want. We have the Eight of Wands. This is right now energy. Something is going to happen in the next week. It's 7 to 8 days. We have the High Priestess. There's the Queen of Swords. We've got all 4 queens. And the Three of Pentacles. So, advice from Spirit. I got that from over here. Keep your eyes open, because some type of a communication or an opportunity is coming in. We have beautiful self-growth, Nine of Pentacles, a gift coming in, Six of Pentacles, a load being taken off, you taking control of your life with the Three of Wands, you changing things from strife and hardship to easy street and love. Something is happening in this week it could be one thing that changes all of this, or there could be many things that happen, but with the Eight of Wands, something big is happening. And it's coming in. It could be a message, it could be an event, it could be an epiphany. The High Priestess. There's something that's going to come to light. I feel like it's going to be an epiphany. The High Priestess is like the conduit between the 3D and the 5D. It's like you are becoming enlightened through this process. There's a period of enlightenment that's occurring. With the Queen of Swords, what did I say? The one queen that's missing, the Queen of Swords. This is about seeing the truth. And it's also about balance, communication. But you're seeing the truth and you're cutting out the BS. With the Three of Pentacles, you have support. You have a community. If you don't now, you will. It could be 2 people. And again, we have these 3 queens. You could be one of them. Number one, you're all 3 of them and it's all coming together. But in addition, there could be 3 queens here. You could be, the Queen of Cups here. Or you could, what's the word I'm looking for? You could identify with one of the other queens. It's not, hard and fast rule. Or there could be 2 other women, a fire sign and an earth sign that you resonate, that's the word I was looking for, that you resonate with, and you guys come together for something, some type of an opportunity, and you work together. with the Three of Pentacles. And it is a good thing. I love the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. It's community, it's support. Let's do a final pull. Did I already use these? Yes, that was what I just did. Let's do a final pull for potential outcome. What kind of, a lot of these things are going to be lifelong work, lifelong journeys. But what can we see maybe being resolved? What can we see as a kind of a potential outcome? Or this outcome doesn't have to be in the next 7 days. Spirit could, I think I already did it, but I'm going to do it again. Spirit could be telling us, hey, this is what things are going to be like in 5 years. Let's see. Page of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Two of Cups, the Hanged Man. You'll have a fresh idea. It will take a long time for you to bring it to resolution. You have a spark, and it's something that you'll build that will take a long time. I feel like it could be a partnership with the Two of Cups. Here's what I'm getting for the future. I feel like you've been sacrificing and stuck for a while with the Hanged Man. But with this growth, you get a fresh perspective, a fresh offer, a new start, something passionate and exciting. Here's the deal. You could have waited a long time for it, and that could be the Knight of Pentacles, or it could be an earth sign that's going to come and offer you love. This is the outcome. I don't know if it happened already, but I see a passionate offer from an earth sign after a long period of not necessarily being alone, but trying to figure shit out with this Hanged Man. And it's an offer of love. And so we have the Two of Cups and the Lovers. And the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups. I really do feel like, for those of you who are so inclined and interested, a really good, solid love. I keep on seeing Pentacles and Cups, Pentacles and Cups. You're the cup. You have an earth sign, or you will have an earth sign. Or if they're not an earth sign, someone who is super duper solid, real, that offers you what you want. Stability, security, loyalty. So Pisces, this is what I have for you. Thank you so very much for joining me today and this week. Please do subscribe. If you have not, I would appreciate it. It doesn't cost you a penny. And we'll see you next week. Thanks for joining. Bye-bye.